So Steve Perry is out. I mean, I love.
Love what?
I'm going to twirl my hair.
Oh,
I love when he posts something on a Friday because I feel like it's a gift.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just my birthday. I feel like it's Christmas. I feel like I just got something fun in the mail.
Steve Perry.
Steve Perry came out on social media today.
Today. It's not even his birthday.
It's a present for you and for me. I love it.
What did we come up with today, Kiki?
So he posted this picture.
Yeah.
You didn't even hear that.
Hear what?
You didn't even hear me. Like I went.
My chair was creaking at the time. I was doing some technical stuff.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
So here's the picture.
Here's a picture.
Oh, can you see that? Can you see Steve? And he's right next to Steve Smith.
Wow.
Former drummer of Journey.
Are you kidding?
Stop. And then the other two gentlemen, we'll talk about them in a second.
Wow.
They were all there.
Really?
There's Steve. Steve looking good.
Yeah.
Looking like
Steve Smith looks good too. I love Steve Smith.
Looks really good.
I like Steve Smith.
They look good.
Yeah, they could form their own group.
Stevie?
That's
still
right.
Like smiling at me.
That's right.
He's smiling at me.
No, he's not smiling.
He's smiling.
Oh my God.
He is.
But look, how cool is that? Steve Perry with Steve Smith. How cool is that?
So our wonderful Steve, because he is our wonderful Steve.
Silly Steve Perry.
He shared a photo of him with Manuel Valera and Janik Guizdala. I really hope I said that correctly. And him and the other Steve.
Yeah.
Steve Smith and Steve Perry together again.
That says a lot right there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Steve Perry with Steve Smith.
So here's the crazy part.
Missing from that picture.
This reunion took place. We already had a discussion.
Okay.
Here's the crazy part. So this all took place at the Catalina Jazz Club. And you know what? Al, you know what?
I was being quiet because you told me to shut up. What?
Our daughter's name is Catalina.
We know that.
But Steve Perry was at the Catalina Jazz Club with Steve
Catalina
Smith.
Jazz Club. Steve Smith.
Our daughter's name is Catalina. And I wonder if that's on Catalina Island.
I don't know. But the important thing was that he's supporting Steve Smith.
But I feel like I was there in kindred spirit.
Steve Perry probably supports Ross too.
I feel like...
but he probably supports a lot of people that he used to play with.
I feel like because my daughter's name is Catalina.
Right.
And Steve Perry was at the Catalina Jazz Club.
Yes.
That I was really there.
No,
I was channeled there.
What are you thinking? What is wrong with you?
And I was touching him.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
And that is why Steve Perry's smiling.
No, he's not smiling.
Because I was touching him really in kindred spirit.
Oh my God, touch this. I just, whatever.
None the wiser.
But you know what? I think Steve Perry should go out on his own with Steve Smith and Ross and a few other people. It'd be great.
And did you notice,
I would pay to see that?
That Steve, we're going to call him Springtime Perry right now because
oh my God,
it's springtime. We can't call him Peppermint Perry because it's not Christmas yet.
Springtime Steve Perry.
Like it just sounds lovely.
No. Springtime Steve Perry.
Okay, so he had a pair of glasses hanging on his shirt.
So he can read things.
Did you see that?
Yes.
So I wonder if they were readers.
They're readers.
Or they're prescription glasses.
Who cares? They're glasses so he can see what the hell he's reading.
I think these are things we want to know.
No, we don't need to know that. He's older. He had trouble seeing. He has to wear glasses.
And I love the fact that he was dressed cash.
He's always dressed cash.
And he had on his track pants.
Oh, yeah.
They were his bumblebee track pants.
I have pants just like that.
They were, no, you don't.
Maybe,
they were black with yellow stripes. So like
stripes.
his bumblebee pants.
Right.
Steve Perry has bumblebee pants.
Oh, I see you love that. Kiki Classic Rock, Kiki.fm. I didn't realize.
What'd I do?
You liked that post.
I liked what?
The Steve Perry post.
Well, of course I did.
With 11,000 other people.
Well, whatever.
Well, whatever.
So here's what Steve said today. Merry Christmas to all of us.
What do you mean, Merry Christmas? It's springtime.
I love it. I love when he puts something up.
What'd he say?
The 40th anniversary of Steve Smith and vital information at the Catalina Jazz Club. So great to see Steve and hear them play. Sincerely, Steve Perry. Like, he's so cute how he signs like his social media posts. Sincerely.
Oh my God.
I think that's so respectful.
Oh, that's really
and
good.
So cute.
Oh, it's so cute.
Now, Al, I have to say, is convinced that Springtime Steve
Perry
is going to join forces with a few people
of the band
from Journey.
From the band.
Maybe some not with Journey anymore. Maybe some with Journey. Like Al wanders around the house saying these things.
I've been saying it for months.
He's been saying it for a while.
For months. Yeah.
I'm not quite sure because to me, I feel like
I could be wrong.
Steve doesn't have to do a thing.
Before, not much.
He gets $400,000 a year for having ice cream.
Right.
Like he doesn't need to do anything.
But you buy me an ice cream. But it's fine. But he deserves every penny, every nickel, every dime because he made those songs great. And the people who are going out and still doing it are making money off the songs that he made great. And it's all business. But you know what? See Steve Perry, Springtime Steve Perry, and some of the other members that he used to play with, it'd be great. But he doesn't have to do that. He can sit in his house and sign autographs and just smile for people. People will just pay to see that, right?
Candy's on a rant.
Well, she is? I should be following.
I'm not saying anything.
No, it's okay. Oh my God.
I love her.
I love Candy too. I love Candy.
So Steve Smith is at the Catalina Jazz Club tonight and tomorrow. So if you're in the area, you might want to go and see Steve Smith and his friends.
Get back to us.
And you never know. Steve Perry might be there again. You just never know.
2 nights in a row. No, I can't.
Yeah, you never know. He might really like him.
People be expecting him, and when he goes his clothes, like, oh, hi, Steve Perry. Like, get out of my face.
What are you gonna? You can't jump on his back.
No. You just. I'm here to enjoy the music. Leave me alone.
All right, so let's all create a scenario. Right.
Scenario with Steve Perry.
You go into a jazz club.
Yeah.
And you see Steve Perry sitting there.
You don't bother him. You don't bother the guy.
What would you do?
Nothing.
Not you.
No, nothing. Because
not you.
He's there to listen to music. You don't go, oh, hi, Steve. No, you don't. You leave the guy alone.
All right. You know what I would do?
What would you do?
I would create a scenario.
No, you tell you go away.
I would create a situation.
Security.
I would follow him with my eyes.
Oh, God, give me a break.
Specifically looking at him.
Right.
I would always have view of him.
A what? View?
View. Yeah, and then, at one point, he decides to get up and go to the loo.
Go to where?
The loo.
What's the loo?
The bathroom.
He doesn't go to the bathroom. Steve Perry doesn't go to the bathroom. Come on. What do you think his name is? Bill from Kentucky?
I've now got him in my view.
Oh, my God, in the bathroom.
And now my radar has extended.
Oh.
So the sirens are going off in my head. And I have to jump into action now because now it's time to create the situation that I need to create.
Say bye to Phyllis. She has to go.
Bye, Phyllis. Have a nice weekend. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on Instagram. So I'm going through the scenario in my head. Steve gets up. He goes to the bathroom. I, in turn, also get up. And guess what? I wait for Steve Perry to go into the men's room.
Oh, you are sick.
You know what I do?
This is wrong.
You know what I do? You know what I do?
What? Give him a towel?
I go in the men's room.
No, come on.
I go in the men's room.
And what?
And I'm going to be the only chick in there, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, oh, I'm so sorry.
No, that's wrong.
I didn't know. Is this the men's
stupid.
room? And then I'll start a conversation. Wait.
No.
I'll start a conversation because he's not doing anything yet. He just went in. So he's not.
Oh my God.
Nothing's out yet.
What if he's sitting in front of the urinal? Hey, Steve.
No, it can't happen that fast.
Kiki, hi, Kiki. Oh, let me zip up my pants.
He wouldn't have had time
to
do
any way
that
you wanted. Okay.
So I was just like, oh, I'm so
girl, I can't help it.
So sorry. And he would say, well,
don't stop believing.
I would then ask a question. Like you have to ask a question.
Right.
I would say,
question.
Do you know where the ladies' room is? And then he would walk me out.
God. No, he wouldn't walk you out.
Yeah, he would walk me out.
Oh my God, he washed his hands.
Oh, and he would gently place his hand on my back.
No, he wouldn't. He'd have to wash his hands first.
And he would guide me.
Oh God.
To the ladies' room, and then he would kick me.
No.
And say it's in there.
Helise is in the hospital right now, listening to you. And she
sorry.
Whatever's ailing you, we don't want to know, but we hope you get better. But she's got like a spark here. She says, "Cool, Steve needs to come out." Then Helise, she's in the hospital right now. She met Steve Smith at Birdland in New York City in September. So I mean, how good is this? We're making you feel a little bit better.
Making you feel good,
but,
right?
At least I was going to become a doctor once. Can you imagine me as a doctor?
So then what happens after that? So I go into ladies' room, but then I come back out right away.
Am I going through menopause?
And Steve was waiting there for me.
No, he's not waiting there for
me. He was waiting there for me.
Oh my God.
Like, and he says, you know what? Do you need help back to your table?
No.
And I say, I need some fresh air. It's really hot in here because I'm going through menopause. And then he would put his hand gently on my back. Oh, let's go outside for a minute. I'll help you. So we go outside together, right? Springtime, Steve Perry and I, we go outside and we're in the fresh air. And he's like, you look okay. Are you okay? And I would say, yes. Thank you so much for being compassionate and a caring human being. And then Steve would say, you know, I just want to be a caring, compassionate human being. And then I would say, well, really, thank you for doing that. Now, what is your name? I would pretend I didn't know his name, right? I would do that. And then he would say, oh, well, my name is Steve. And I would say, oh, is it really? That's a good, my brother's name is Steve. So I would go down that road. And then I would say, my father's name was Steve too. But my father's name was Stephen, Stephen. No, wait a minute. That was my brother.
Okay.
Wait, no, Al, I'm not done with my story. Al, please don't interrupt my story.
Oh my
so wait. Shh. No. All right. My father was Steven and my brother was Stephen. Weirdest thing. My father didn't have a middle initial. My brother did. Right? Does. He's still here with us. So I'm sorry. I'm putting him in past tense, but he's still here. So I would go into all that, right? And then Steve would say, you know what? That's great. And that's really coincidental. So maybe we should get some ice cream. And I would say, okay, what kind of ice cream do you like? And he would say strawberry. And I would say, I like coffee ice cream. Al, please don't. I swear to God.
I've been up since 2:00.
I'm going to rip all your air hair out next. Like, so just stop.
Boy. Okay.
Oh, let me go here. So now we're at the ice cream parlor together and we've totally missed the jazz show. Totally missed it. Al's still sitting at the table waiting.
With a full head of air hair.
And he's like, where did she go? And I'm just like eating away at the ice cream shop with Steve Perry.
And the hair in my hair just keeps growing.
And Springtime Steve Perry has no idea that I know who he is.
I got hair on my nose too.
And he's now asking me about my life right now. Right now, he's asking me all about it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling him, I grew up in Providence, Rhode Island.
They don't care.
Like now I live on a pond and stuff like that. And he's like really fascinated by, my life.
The people thought I had a beard as my nose hair just crawling down on my chin.
Then he goes, well, I'm going to be back at the jazz club tomorrow. Do you want to meet me here? And
yeah, sure.
And then I say, yeah. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. And he goes, well, how are you going to get home? And I'm like,
my husband.
How am I going to get home?
My husband, I'll spend the day with you. We'll have some ice cream together.
So he takes me home, and Al's still at the jazz club.
I'm still at the jazz club.
Al's still over at the jazz club.
You know what? And
he still thinks I'm in the bathroom.
My nose hair would be all the way down to my big toes. It'd be fine. It'd be great.
But Al ended up having a good time.
That's right.
The woman he was, talking to sitting next to, like, they ended up having a really good time.
I talk to everybody.
And because he does talk to everybody.
And people don't say anything about my nose.
And nothing happened between Springtime Steve Perry and I. Like, it was
Springtime,
total.
Right. No, it's just a
friendship.
It's a mutual admiration and everything.
Very much so.
He's not going to give the time of day. Whatever.
We were just talking. We were just as friends. Like, it's all that. Like,
friends,
I'm not going down that crazy road.
That
I do with Brett Michaels.
No,
like, that's another type of
Al, I have something to tell you.
John Wayne. Like that. Those are two different kinds of
absolutely
love.
Not. Because if Kiki keeps playing the song "I'm missing you," then I'll know something.
I play that a lot
in
my headphones.
That's right.
So like Steve and I just had a good time talking.
Good time.
And we enjoyed ice cream.
That's great.
And that's it.
That's great.
And I eventually, I went back to the jazz club the next day. Al was still sitting there, and it was time for the next show.